Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing okay today. So it is Heritage Day in South Africa. Happy Heritage Day. Happy Heritage Day weekend, in fact, because it's a whole weekend. So to celebrate Heritage Day with my South African friends, I'm going to be making something very special. I'm going to be making my first South African food, and I've been looking forward to this for a while. I even talked about it in my previous video. Yeah, so I'm going to be making putu and beef stew. And guys, I've watched video after video, asked people, okay, how's the best way to do this and all that, because I don't want it to flop. I want to make the food and actually be able to eat it. You get? So yeah, there's that. And please, before you start coming at me with, oh yeah, no, that's not how my mama does it, and my whole family does it different. Remember, it's my first time doing this thing, and I'm just trying my hands on this. So be kind, be positive. Thank you. Here are the ingredients I prepared. This is some beef that I have cleaned, and that's all the beef I'm going to be using. I also have chopped onions and green chilies. I have ginger and garlic paste. I have Worcestershire sauce, some potatoes, some chopped green pepper, and some carrots. And now for spices, guys, I have this whole bunch. I don't even know if all these things are supposed to go into it, but I'll try and figure it out. So I have steak and chopped spice. I've got this beef cubes. I have Italian herbs, parsley, aromat, the Knorr beef soup powder. I think this is supposed to act as a thickener, but I also have some flour anyway in case I need more of a thickener for that. I have curry powder. I have peri peri spice, and I've got crushed chilies and salt. I also have some tomato paste, and I'm going to chop some tomatoes like towards the end. Yeah, so those are the ingredients I'm going to be using, and of course I have my pot with some oil in it going. So yeah, let's start cooking. So guys, I started by putting some seasoning in my pure clean beef. So I used some paprika, steak and chopped spice, a beef seasoning cube, some curry powder, some salt, and a teaspoon of ginger and garlic. And I just mixed that with my hands. Then I went on to put some onions in the oil that I already had going, and I also put some salt in the onions because that really helps the flavor of the onions to come out into the oil. And afterwards, I put the beef in there carefully and I just let it cook for a while. After some time, I stirred it so that the other sides of it could also brown for a while. Now, after my beef had gone for some time, I put in some mixed herbs, some parsley, some curry powder, and some chili flakes, and I also added some chopped green chilies. So I mixed all those spices into my beef and I covered it to simmer for a while, and I also turned down the heat, so all of this cooking was done on low heat. And after about 30 minutes I opened my pot, and boy did the house smell so good. So the beef had cooked for about 30 minutes and it was cooking in its own juices, so it had released a lot of flavor. And then I went in with some water, so I added the water in small bits and I just kept on checking on the pot, adding a little water when I needed to, and I let this cook for almost 2 hours. But yeah, it was really worth it because one of the things I learned about cooking this meal is that the beef had to be really tender. Okay, so back to cooking. At this point, my beef was already very tender and the juices were like everything they needed to be. So I went in and I added some green peppers. I also added some Worcestershire sauce and some of the Knorr soup powder, which I had mixed in some water because I didn't want it to form lumps. So I just mixed it in a little bit of water and then I added that into my sauce. I let that simmer for a while and then I added my chopped potatoes, carrots and tomatoes, and then I stirred it and I covered the pot and waited for the magic to happen. I came back after like 30 minutes and I had a lovely, awesome, amazing pot of beef stew waiting for me, guys. This thing is magical and I was so happy for how it turned out. And now I'm just going to go on and show you how I made my putu. So guys, this putu story is a very funny one because I had to make it twice. So I started the first one with, just some water and some salt in a pot. I let it boil and then I put my putu in and I was stirring it. But the funny thing was this one turned out quite like thick, and from my understanding putu is supposed to be like dry and grainy, so this just wasn't working right. Like I spent so long stirring it hoping it will work out, but no, it didn't give in, and after a while I just gave up and decided to go again. So this is my second trial. Mind you, in between both trials, I called like a bunch of people trying to ask them for like a better technique to use and stuff. And eventually I just found out that I added too much water to the first batch. So what I did was I went back in with some water, I let it boil and I put a little bit of salt in it. And I then added enough putu, like enough of the flour or the powder or the maize meal, yeah, that's what it's called. So I added enough of that and I just mixed it until I actually got the consistency I wanted, and I was very, very proud of myself. So you see guys, if you don't get it the first time, try again. So guys, my second trial ended very, very well. I was able to make putu the way it was supposed to be, or at least that's what I think it's supposed to be from experience, and it was perfect. I even brought the first batch that I made to compare with this one in the plate, and you can see how the first batch is very lumpy and thick, while this one sort of looks like grains. So yeah, I'm happy I actually did it twice. I'm happy I didn't settle for the first one. And so I just served it with my beef stew, and guys, this was a good meal. And the thing about putu is it's so filling. Like you would think it's a little bit, but it's actually very, very filling. Some of you are tasting what I made. I hope he likes it. Ooh, okay, go ahead. Let me just zoom in. What do you think? Don't act. What? He said
Let me finish the food.
You said before you give your comments. Hey, so I'm about to have my own first taste actually, and I hope I like it because I have mixed feelings about this putu, but I'm crazy about the stew already. So let me just try. Small piece. Actually. Okay. Give me a second. Okay, this is so good. I'm so proud of myself, like I could cry. This is actually so good. So for the stew, I really like how it came out. It's very like, I love how the seasoning is. I love how tender the beef is. Like, I cooked it for so long because one of the things I learned about cooking it was how you have to leave it on, like, slow cook it for a long time so that the beef gets tender and it also gets really flavorful. And I'm happy I was able to achieve that. And then yeah, I really love the stew. For the putu, it's not like what I'm used to eating, so I still have mixed feelings about it. Yeah, I'm just not like the biggest fan of putu generally, but I can definitely digest a plate of it. And yeah, I'm happy guys. I'm so happy. Like, I was even going to make steamed bread before, but I just felt like putu is more South African. I mean, it's more uncommon. Like, steamed bread is probably something you find in other places, but putu is rather uncommon as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, this was good. I should definitely try to do this more often. I think this meal is something I might incorporate into my weekly meal timetable, maybe once in a month anyway, not like weekly. But yeah, this was really good. I enjoyed doing this, and thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, please share, please subscribe, and thank you guys, all the new subscribers, all the people who care to like and drop like nice comments and just engage on my videos. Thank you so much. I am so grateful. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.